wrapping you up there. I saw you might have switched hands with the football there when it was on your arm.
Yeah, the thing that was going through my mind was, no sacks. A throwaway is better than a sack in that situation where we got to race against time. And, I felt like I could stay up and get the ball off, and I saw Ladd running on the other side. And it was just a great play called by Coach Roman and Ladd making a great play on it.
That juke he made on a defender, probably 20 yards after that.
That's what he does. He's done such a great job of that, and I just got to get him the ball in space, and that's what he goes and does. And, when we needed him most, he showed up big time.
Just talk about the emotions in general of this game. I think there was 3 or 4 or 5 lead changes, and your kickers kind of into your drives for you. How did you maintain composure there on that last drive?
Yeah, just as long as we have time and downs, we're going to keep fighting. And, I thought the offensive line did a great job battling all day, and those guys hung in there against a really good front seven. And Cam came through again, and he's been so clutch. And, we're so lucky to have a kicker like him.
Justin, sorry if you were asked about this, but just walk us through what you saw on that long completion to Ladd.
Yeah, like I was saying, it's a race against time. A throwaway is better than a sack, and I was doing my best to just get the ball off. And the play before, they played good coverage, got the ball off, thankfully saved some time. And then the next play, went through my reads, had to step up in the pocket, and Ladd did a great job just running across the middle, making a play, and just extending the game.
Justin, you described sort of the difficulty of doing. I was thinking about the Denver play. You were spun around a little bit too at the end of the Denver game, but to reorient after you're spun around and make that play, is it a thought process or is it just instinctive or
Yeah, I think you go back to your training, and I think it starts with our quarterback coach Shane Day and our pocket movement and our pocket progression of understanding that you got to keep your eyes downfield, but at the same time, you've got 5, 6, 7 guys coming after you in the pocket, and so the offensive line did a great job battling, giving me room to move up, step around, and find someone downfield. And Ladd did a great job making a play, making a guy miss, and being smart and going out of bounds.
Is it tempting to run in that situation? Or are you thinking pass?
You're thinking pass. You're thinking completions downfield are more important than completions inbound. We only have one timeout, 40-something seconds, and so it's all about getting chunk plays and getting into field goal range.
The pressure off the right, you had 2 guys free. You sort of took the hit, but didn't really get knocked off your spot at all. How did you do that? How did you maintain your base in that situation and not really get moved at all by a edge rusher with a free rush?
Yeah, I think I'd have to watch it, but I think it's back to your training too, and understanding that having a good base and making sure that I've got 2 hands on the ball, because those guys they're so well trained and taught to go in there, rip at the ball, and mental error of just having one hand on the ball is going to cost you the game. So I think Shane Day has done such a great job of teaching us and instilling that in practice every day, and having that base and just sometimes being lucky, I guess.
What can you say about the way Kamani stepped up in the backfield today?
Yeah, it was awesome to see. He had a great year last year. He stepped up some big plays last year, and so that's what we were expecting from him. He's done such a great job of listening and understanding what we're asking of him, and he took the most of it today. And it's awesome to see that he took the most of that opportunity.
And then Arande had the early fumble, but then he bounces back. How impressive is that from a rookie?
Yeah, it's obviously tough. Your first NFL season. You want it to be perfect, and he's done such a great job picking up the offense. And yeah, mistakes are gonna happen. We've all been there, interceptions, fumbles, and he did a great job responding, reacting, and had 5, 6, 7 catches after that, I think.
How did you feel like you guys were able to execute the game plan? Obviously, down as many tackles as you guys were down, it was trying to get a run game going, a lot of quick game, play action stuff. Just how did you feel like you guys were able to execute that to maybe neutralize their pass rush?
Yeah, I think we played the way that we needed to win, and I think we did a great job taking what the defense gave us. We were opportunistic, and I thought the tackles that stepped up, Deck and Bobby did a great job. They for not playing as much as they have, they did a great job. They fought. I thought the offensive line did a great job communicating all day. Ran the ball really well too, so that was really good to see.
Did you see Zion sprinting down the field in front of you on that completion lab?
I did not.
All right, watch that back.
He was.
I think he might have hit 20 miles an hour.
He was moving. That's awesome. Yeah, no, Zion. I'm definitely gonna have to watch that. He's a special player, and that's gonna be something else to watch.